so thankful for Eddie Bernice Johnson. One of the legendary members in the history of the United States Congress. And what an honor and a blessing to be able to stand on her broad, heroic, legendary, iconic shoulders. And to have had the benefit of her love and her support, her wisdom, her advice, and her guidance throughout my journey in the United States Congress. As EBJ mentioned, she really put her hands on my shoulder like she has done with so many newer, younger members of Congress throughout the years. And when I came in to Congress in 2012, I was part of a class with a handful of other new members in the CBC, and Marsha Fudge, who was then the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, now she's the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, doing a great job. She tapped Stephen Horsford, my good friend, he's now the chair of the CBC, and myself to lead what's called the Congressional Black Caucus Special Order Hour, where every Monday when we're in session, the CBC has an hour on the floor of the House of Representatives to speak to America about the things that the CBC is working on. And so, as a freshman member, Marsha Fudge asked me and Stephen Horsford to do it. And so, of course, we said yes. Didn't fully know what we were getting into, but we said yes. And one thing became clear to us. You know, we'd be speaking on the floor late at night. C-SPAN was rolling, but we didn't really know who was paying attention. And we came to the conclusion after a few weeks that we could always count on 3 people to be watching. 3 people. Stephen's mother, my mother, and Eddie Bernice Johnson. That Eddie Bernice Johnson provided to me just the beginning on my journey. And then at the end of that Congress, still a freshman member, and the Congressional Black Caucus is getting ready to reconstitute itself for the new Congress. And EBJ on the floor, when EBJ talks, everybody listens. EBJ comes over to me and says, young man, I got something to tell you. I said, yes, EBJ. She says, I want you or that other one. I knew she was talking about Stephen Horsford. He said, I want you or that other one. One of you two work it out, and I need to see your name on the list to serve on the Congressional Black Caucus Executive Board. There's an entry-level position with the CBC that is open. Stephen and I, we figured it all out, and my name was submitted. That's the first leadership position that I held in the Congress, and it's because Eddie Bernice Johnson set me on that course. And then I served as the whip of the CBC. And then after we helped the Democrats take back control of the United States House in 2018 and trying to figure out, you know, what the next step in my journey would be, and made the decision to run a competitive, tough race for chair of the House Democratic Caucus, it was Eddie Bernice Johnson who was the person who stood in front of 235 Democrats to place my name into nomination. And I would never have become chair, which means I would never be standing here today as the highest ranking Democrat in the House of Representatives. So thankful for her, and thankful for all of your extraordinary support in coming out on short notice to be here in such a meaningful and significant way as I now